Yo, what's good, guys? It is your boy Jason JV saying welcome to another reaction video. Welcome to another Saints Row related videos. Some of you are probably wondering, man, why are you so hung up on this whole Saints Row thing? Hey, look, I'm a gamer, and Saints Row is one of my favorite franchises from Volition, and I'm just sick and tired of the negativity that a lot of people are showing towards this reboot, especially when they have no full understanding. They don't have all of the information about this game. They're only taking the little bit of information that they've gotten from this game to push off this narrative that the game may be woke. It may be that these characters are a bunch of soy boys, if you will. When meanwhile we have some real legit content creators who are trying to stay neutral with the game, that are reporting every little detail, every little facet that this game has to offer. You know what I mean? That this game has shown so far, and and I feel like that's what we need more of in this community. We need more honesty. We need more real reporting, not far right reporting or far left reporting. No, we need more truth, if you will. So we have another update. This one actually comes to us from our man Cowtown. The name of his video is Saints Row Customization and Co-op Details Revealed. So apparently Volition is showing more details as far as the customization aspects are concerned, and the co-op details as well. And it's a shame that because people are so quick with their judgment that these video game companies, and I think movies to a degree, have to show their hand in order to get people to spend money on these movies and on these games. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of movie trailers, they're so spoilerish these days, because of the political landscape. The woke versus the unwoke, I guess we can call them. It's rather unfortunate that the film industry and the gaming industry have to show their hand, have to show everything that could, even if it means potentially spoiling a movie and or a game, in order to get people to now buy, because everyone is looking at everything on the surface and automatically assuming one thing or the other. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this. Enough of the rambling, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get right into this Saints Row Customization and Co-op Details Revealed. Once again, brought to us by my man Cowtown. Without further ado, I'd like to hear. Go.
Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Saints Row Reboot News. Today, Volition has posted a new blog post talking about characters, customization, and co-op. The Saints Row Reboot is a great opportunity for us to give you the chance to actually grow your own criminal empire from scratch while leading your gang to become the Saints. This is something we've not been able to pull off before, because you as the player were joining a gang that already existed.
Facts. And see, and that's one of the things that that instantly hooked me right into this game, is the fact that this is a origin story of the gang itself. This is you as the player, and along with your allies, with your friends. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call them, your comrades, your whatever you want to call them, your homies, whatever. You and your crew are finding the Saints in this game. It is a true origin story, unlike the very first game, which, by the way, give me 1 second.
12 seconds later.
My bad, y'all. Just want to give you guys a bit of an update. I did get the bundle pack for the first two games. I do have Saints Row 2 for the PS3 that I did start replaying. I haven't finished it yet. I'm also replaying Part 4 as well. But yeah, because I do plan on giving me an Xbox. I know there's a shortage of Xbox Series X's and PS5s and what have you. So if I have to, hell, I'll go back a generation and give me an Xbox One. But anyway, in the first game, the first Saints Row game, you are joining a gang that's already been established. Everyone who's played this game knows that all too well and can vouch for that. And yeah, so again, one of the things that hooked me right into this one is that you are finding the Saints, and you are forming this gang, this empire, however you like, which is, to me, this game is coming across more fan friendly, as far as the customization aspect is concerned, and this brand new retelling than the original game. As much as it pains me to say that, because, and don't get me wrong, I love the first Saints Row game. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't have gotten this bundle pack. And I wouldn't plan on getting me an Xbox so I can play it, since it's not available for the PlayStation. But anyway, yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but once again, I love the fact that we can build our gang up from scratch. We can build the empire up from scratch. It's nice and it's refreshing, rather than joining something that's already been established. Anyway, let's get back into this.
And let's face it, it was crucial for us to introduce new characters, as there were some huge changes in Saints Row 4. The Saints become masters of time and space, and we always knew we wanted to do something new.
Which, again, all the more reason why I'm glad we're getting a reboot, because for those of us who play Saints Row 4, and anyone who actually plays Saints Row 4 will vouch for what I'm about to say, and like I said, I'm actually replaying Saints Row 4, so I should know. Earth is destroyed. So yeah, you become basically the ruler of the universe. You know what I mean? And yeah, the master of time and space, because you can time travel. In a simulation, you can time travel. You can visit any time period you want in a simulation. But there's no Earth to go back to, because Earth has been destroyed. And it's like, ooh, how do you follow that up? Well, you got Gat out of hell. Okay, how do you follow Gat out of hell? Where do you go from there? You know what I mean? It's tough. It's hard. So it's nice to see that they're restarting the series, and hopefully, by restarting the series, hopefully this means that they keep it more grounded. They don't repeat what they did with the original series, as far as like making these Saints, you know, like these like a brand, you know what I mean, making them celebrities, and having them, you know, taking up some sort of office position in government or whatever, you know what I mean, and blow up the Earth again. No, hopefully they go into a more grounded direction with this new start. Let's go.
When creating the new characters, we wanted to have real criminals that are also relatable.
Yes.
It was important they had the raw skills needed to start a criminal organization,
yes,
but they also needed to start from the beginning. Mm-hmm. These aren't grizzled characters deep in their criminal careers, but rather are at their start of the journey. Plus, it's always...
Facts. These are people who are just starting out. They're not established. They don't have an identity yet. Their gang doesn't have an identity yet.
Always the ones you...
And look at this. There's the default boss wearing the purple jacket, and she is driving what appears to be a purple car. So is that enough purple for you to convince you that this will be a Saints Row game? Talking to the sheep out there that are all negative and shit.
Suspect the least, who are often the most dangerous. And of course, the Saints purple is going to be in the game. I know some people were thinking, oh, it's not there because the minute of CGI and few seconds of gameplay didn't really show purple very much. But they say, rest assured, these are still very much part of the Saints' identity. We began by showing the Saints at the start of their criminal journey.
That is very reassuring. I'm glad that they have established that, okay, yes, they will still be sporting the traditional Saints purple. Okay, cool.
Over the course of the game, they form the Saints and rise to the top of the criminal underworld, reaping rewards and recruits along the way. The further they go down that path, the more you'll see the purple uniform, quote-unquote, come into play. And the more visually adorned with purple the Saints, their HQ, and their recruits become. And then they finish that off by more on that later, but we're really pleased that for the first time we're giving players the opportunity to create and witness the birth of the Saints. I'm really glad that they keep mentioning that this is the beginning of the Saints. This isn't...
I agree.
The Saints already exist. I'm glad that they're continuously mentioning that. Because I'm really surprised that so many people did not understand what the reboot meant. It was very weird. But anyways,
Exactly. That was one of those little details that these naysayers keep overlooking. The fact that this is a reboot, this is a retelling, and in this retelling, the Saints aren't established yet. This is your opportunity, in this reboot to build the Saints gang empire, however you want to refer to it, how you see fit. You know what I mean? This game is providing us with more fan service than previous installments have. Dare I say, possibly even Part 4. And Part 4 was loaded with a lot of fan service. There's a lot of callbacks to the first 3 games in Part 4. Let's go.
moving on to the next thing, and they have a whole description about the Saints. They have more details about them. But again, I'll leave the link in the description so you can look at that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The boss, regardless of your look, you are the ultimate murderer machine that shoots first and asks later.
Which sounds like the traditional boss in the previous installments. The ultimate murder machine who shoots first and asks questions later. Yeah. Sounds like a typical Saints Row boss that you get to play as. In the past 3 installments, I should say, from Part 2 to Part 3 and then to Part 4, you're the boss. In the first game, you're just another member of the gang. You're a new recruit of the gang. You're the player. Let's go.
The boss is overconfident and doesn't do well following orders. Ultimately, the boss is you. You get to decide who you want to be and do things you want to do.
See, how can you not be on board with that? As the boss, you do what you want to do, and you build your empire however you like. How can anyone not be on board with that? I'm just saying.
Become self-made and form the new Saints. Of course, the customization options allow you to literally make the boss how you want them to look and speak too. And speaking of the boss you want it to be, the best ever customization. Saints Row wouldn't be Saints Row without customization, so of course this game will have tons of customization. We've built the biggest customization suite of any Saints Row game. We have the most in-depth character creator ever seen in a Saints Row game.
Which sounds very promising to me, if you ask me.
You can create exactly who you want to play as, whether that's a stone-cold killer or a fantastic-looking freak show. I love that.
Which these games have always had, you know what I mean? Since the second game. You can do whatever you want. You can make the most badass looking motherfucker that you could possibly come up with, or like he said, an all-out freak show. The one thing I always loved about the past games is that you're able to make like some of your favorite comic book characters. Like I was able to make the Joker in Part 3 and in Part 4. I can also make Starfire if I want to. You know what I mean? Like the possibilities are endless. I remember in Part 2, I looked up how to make Eminem, so I could play as Eminem in Saints Row 2. I know that there's a combination on how to make Tupac if you want to play as Tupac in Part 2. You know what I mean? So the possibilities are there. And then like I said in the past, I think was it either it was the trailer or the developer update video. It was one of those videos. I can't remember which one exactly, but I do remember saying you can make, ever since the second game, you can make the most masculine male and or female, or you can make the most feminine male and or female. You know what I mean? Whomever you identify as, you can create in these games. And that element has always been there. Let's go.
There are 8 customizable voices you can give to the boss, 4 male and 4 female.
Oh, I like that. Usually in the past, if anything, well, in the first game, the voices were locked up with whatever ethnicity you want to play as. If you play as a Caucasian Saints member, then it has a certain voice that ties with that ethnicity. Then with the Hispanic character, I mean, he has his own unique voice. And then if you play as a Black American character, then he has his own voice. In the second game, I think you have, if memory serves, I think you have 3 male, if not at least 4 male options at the most, and then you only have 3 female voices at the most. Oh, my bad. And then in the third game, I think the third game was pretty much, the third and fourth games, I think they were pretty much the same. There was 4 different male voices and only 3 different female voices. So this time we're going to have 4 different male voices and 4 different female voices. So you have a balance there, which is nice.
You can give to the boss 4 male and 4 female. All sound great, and again, more choice than we've ever offered in other Saints Row games.
True.
And also, you'll be pleased to hear layered clothing is back. And
Yes! Yes! That was something, that was one of my gripes with the past 2 Saints Row titles. 3 and 4. They had like a bunch of, you still have the customization clothing options, but they were already like pre-comboed, you know what I mean? So you can only do so much with that. Whereas in part 2, you had the layered options. Actually, in both the first one and the second game, you had layered clothing customization options. And now they're bringing that back into this game, which I really, really do appreciate. And I thank you, Volition, for that. Yes, I've been wanting that back too. Let's go.
a lot of people were hoping that was the case. In terms of vehicles, we have a huge array of customization options to dig into, and any vehicle you customize will be safely stored in a garage.
Cool. And that's the one thing I love about Saints Row, and this is the one edge that Saints Row always had over GTA. In GTA, when your vehicle gets destroyed, that's it, it's gone. Or in GTA 5, in order for you to get your vehicle back, you have to have insurance on it, and you call up your insurance company, and they'll replace your vehicle with an exact duplicate. Whereas in Saints Row, it didn't matter if your vehicle got destroyed or not, because once you customize your vehicle, whether it's the performance aspects or the cosmetic aspects, once you customize your vehicle, it automatically gets stored into your garage. And in the first and second game, if you wanted to restore your damaged vehicle, it would show up to all wrecked and everything. And but then it'll ask you, do you want to, when you pick the vehicle, do you want to restore the vehicle? And you click yes, and then boom, you get your vehicle back. That's what I always loved about Saints Row. That's one of the things that I love about it more than GTA. The fact that you don't play as a set character, but you play as a customizable character. That's another edge that I always appreciate about Saints Row, because that was something that GTA never had until GTA 5. But in order to have your own customizable character on GTA 5, you have to play GTA Online, which is inconvenient, because what if your internet goes out? Then what? You know what I mean? So yeah, this is why I say, even though I play GTA 5, I play GTA Online, I still give the edge to Saints Row. I still feel like Saints Row is a better game. Let's go.
There's a lot to look forward to and much more to come, including some big surprises that we can't share just yet, as well as some features that are sure to make jaws drop.
Okay, and that's cool. And I feel like that's all Volition needs to say in that regards. I don't believe they should have to show their entire hand, you know what I mean, just to get people, just to convince, these naysayers, to buy their game. It's like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Volition, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going in the direction that you're going, because so far it sounds promising. You know what I mean? It sounds promising to me, and I feel like that right there is enough. At least for me, it's enough for me to have enough confidence in wanting to buy this game. I feel like if I buy this game, I'm not going to have buyer's remorse, and that's a good thing. Let's go.
I love that. I mean, everything that they've already talked about and announced has made me so excited for it. You know, it's gonna be a fantastic open world game. It really
Yeah,
is.
I
New
agree.
setting, new tone. Saints Row is definitely a Saints game through and through, and a game that features that classic Saints humor we all know and love.
Yes.
Now, obviously,
See, classic Saints humor that we all know and love. That they're bringing that back. Now, do I agree with the little subtle changes that they did on some of the stores, like initializing freckle bitches by, you know what I mean, shortening freckle bitches down to FBs? No, but I mean, but to me, jokes are funnier and work better when they're more subtle. You know what I mean? Written jobs. Okay, yeah, it's funny, but then after a while, the novelty of it wears off. Switching around to Jim Robs, I mean, okay, I mean it still works. You know what I mean? Jim Robs. What if you flip it around? Written jobs. You know what I mean? I feel like jokes work better when they're more subtle. You know what I mean? It's not developers' fault that that you still can't get the joke just because they changed the spelling. Just saying.
we've rebooted the series, so they're
It reminds me of those when Jeff Dunham would do his comedy skits with Peanut. And Peanut goes, meow. Let's go.
are some changes you'll notice, as well as plenty of Easter eggs and cameos to hunt down.
Easter eggs and cameos to hunt down. I like that. Okay. I wonder what it. So, I don't want to give anyone's hopes up. Please don't take this the wrong way, but cameos to hunt down. Like, that could mean anything. Could that mean familiar voices that are going to be used for like other characters? Will we hear Gat's voice? Will we hear Julius's voice? Only it won't be Gat and Julius, or maybe it will be them, but the role that they play in this universe is completely different. Possibility. Will we hear Troy's voice as a cameo? Possible.
The setting of Santo Alesso is a vibrant fictional city in the heart of the American Southwest. You get to live the fantasy of building your own criminal empire in a brand new, huge, open world. As it's a new city, you'll see some familiar and recognizable stores, plus a whole host of new ones.
Yo, I like that. So you're going to get all the familiar stores that we've had in the past games, and then we're going to get a whole host of new stores. Okay. I like the sound of that. Let's go.
And recognizable stores, plus a whole host of new ones. Santo Alesso also has its own set of radio stations, but you can still expect that Saints Row brand of excellent music taste. We'll talk more about the music.
So that excellent brand of Saints Row music taste. Okay. All right.
Excellent music taste. We'll talk more about the music in the game at a later date, so definitely something to look forward to. And last but not least, fully untethered co-op. I'm delighted to reconfirm that there will be
fully untethered co-op.
The seamless co-op on offer for the full game, and that this is all cross-gen.
Cross-gen untethered co-op? So that means if you're not able to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, you can get this game for your PS4 or your Xbox One, and you can play with friends who may have the next gen console. Yo, see? So far, I'm hearing a lot of fan service. This is a much more fan-friendly game. Let's go.
So not cross-platform, but cross-generation, which means if one of your friends hasn't upgraded to next-gen consoles and you have, you can still play with them. So PS5 to PS4, the Xbox Series X, Series S to Xbox One. So just want to clarify that.
Okay.
So whether playing on the newest or more seasoned gaming hardware, you can enjoy the freedom of playing the entire campaign with a friend.
I like how they phrase that too. Whether you're playing on the newest or the more seasoned, I like that, more seasoned gaming console.
Through seamless, untethered drop-in, drop-out co-op. No getting stuck waiting around in lobbies. We always put gameplay first. And lastly, we have some awesome co-op surprises in store for you, but that's all I can hint at right now. They might be talking about the pranking feature, which I'm very excited because they teased it at the event that they had where we sat down with the devs. Something about pranking, and I'm very excited to see what that means because...
Oh, so we get to prank each other in the co-op? That could be fun. I can see that being fun. Let's go.
I'm excited to use that on the brother already. So, but with that being said, I kind of went through almost the entirety of the blog post. I didn't plan on doing that, but there's a lot of great information in there. I'll leave the link in the description still if you want to check it out for yourself. And every time they post something, it makes me even that more excited for this reboot. I'm loving everything that you're putting out here for this game. And I can't wait to see what the other surprises and features that haven't even been announced yet. So, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to in this game, and it's going to be a blast. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed some more Saints Row news on the channel, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.
Alright, guys, so that was Cowtown with the Saints Row customization, and he said he had the Volition's vlog post.
20 minutes later.
Okay, my bad, guys. I actually had to go and Google this this update to the game that my man was talking about because his description was unable to be expanded upon. But anyway, so it says right here, "Hello, Saints. It's been a couple of weeks since we announced Saints Row. We've been looking at all of the various responses and questions that have come up. Rebooting Saints Row is a big change, and change is never easy, but we set ourselves the mission to build the very best Saints Row game we've ever made, and we're confident that for what? Okay, y'all should have proofread this shit. This shit kind of doesn't make any sense. But anyway, confident that for a long time and confident that for a long time and newer Saints Row fans, there's something for everyone that in what we've created." Okay. So yeah, this is them basically, basically answering to everybody, who either threw a lot of backlash at Volition, and it's also answering questions for fans like me that are just waiting and seeing, what this game truly does have to offer. So saying that, we also wanted to answer some of the common questions we've seen. This is a Saints Row game through and through that brings a lot. So this is basically all the stuff that my man Cowtown read earlier. Criminal characters. So the Saints Row reboot is a great opportunity for us to give you the chance to actually grow your own criminal empire from scratch. Okay, we've heard about that. Trying to see if there's anything more to this. When creating new characters, we wanted to have real criminals that are also relatable. It was important that they had the raw skills needed. He went through this. Delusion with the American dream, trying to make ends meet and sick of working for other gangs. Our new characters decide to use their skills to start their own criminal venture, take over the city and get rich. During this journey, they take over more and more of the underbelly of Santo Ileso, and that's when you start to notice some visual changes. So this is in regards to the lack of purple that's being tossed around by these naysayers who obviously didn't watch the trailer, the developer update, and are only pushing this woke narrative to keep you from buying the game, which doesn't make any sense. See, a lot of you have been asking what happened to the classic Saints Fleur and Purple. Rest assured that these are still very much part of the Saints identity. We begin by showing the Saints at the start of their criminal journey. Over the course of the game, they form the Saints and rise to the top of the criminal underworld, reaping rewards and recruits. He pretty much went through this already as well. I'm just trying to see if there's anything more to this. More on that later. Oh, here we go. I don't think he touched on this right here. So here's a bit more about our new Saints. In regards to Nina, Nina is the best getaway driver in the business and has a long association with the Los Panteros. Easy for me to say. She wants out of the gang life, but leans into it for the sake of her crew. Nina has had a deep-seated love of cars, which I can appreciate, all her life and knows them inside out. Okay. When it comes to getting her hands dirty, Nina is a natural. Okay, that's cool. And Kevin, this is the shirtless Asian dude, or the so-called GAT replacement, if you will. Kevin is a part of the Idols. Okay. When we first meet him, he knows how to get attention and make some noise. He's their top DJ and people pleaser who knows the guy who knows the guy. Okay, so he has connections. He loves people, is super loyal to his friends, and he do anything for them, loud and brash. He's also a thrill seeker. Okay, cool. Eli is a business mastermind. Making money is more important to him than the moral issue of how that money is being made. Okay, so he's almost like the opposite of Dex. Not the Dex that you see in the second game, but the Dex you see in the first game. If you know, in the first game, Dex is the one that, you know, is trying to make money, but at the same time doesn't want to hurt anybody in the process. So the less bodies he needs to drop, the better. Whereas Eli, though, he doesn't care. As long as we get the money, no matter what, no matter how, it doesn't matter, just as long as we get the money. So he's very money hungry. Okay. And then finally, the boss. Regardless of your look, you are the ultimate murder machine that shoots first and asks later. The boss is overconfident and doesn't do well following orders. Okay. Ultimately, the boss is you. You get to decide who you want to be and do things you want to do. Become self-made and form the new Saints. Of course, the customization options allow you to literally make the boss how you want them to look and speak to. All our cast begin their journey with either a police record, gang affiliation, or aspirations to a life of crime. But it's together with you as the boss to be that they begin the remarkable journey to become the Saints. Okay. And then it goes into detail about all like the best, like the customizations, new settings, new tone, fully unethered or unethered co-op. So yeah, I will go ahead. I will share this with y'all. If you guys want to go through all this yourselves, I will actually go ahead and share this in the description down below. And so yeah, let me go ahead and get back to the video that I was reacting to. Here we go. So yeah, y'all. This is all very, very good news. The more I'm hearing about the game, the more my confidence is growing towards Volition and this new Saints Row game. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait. Let me know if you guys are. Feel free to share your thoughts for everything that you've heard. And yeah, if you're with this, if you want to watch and listen to this video on your own free time, so in case you miss some things, I will leave the link for this video, as I always do, in the description down below. And so yeah, if you're with this reaction, you know what to do with that thumbs up down below. You know what to do with that comment section down below. And again, guys, don't forget the link for the vlog post that Volition put out, giving you more details about the game that he went through. It will also be in the description down below, so you guys can check that out on your own free time. And yeah, if you're new here, first off, welcome. Thank you for your view. Very much appreciate it. And hopefully I did enough to earn your subscription so you can be part of the Jason JV Fam Bam. We'd very much love to have you as part of the family. You know what I mean? Don't forget, of course, check out all the links in the video description down below, including 2 store links such as TeeSpring merch store link, Kula Hawaii CBD product link, both of which will have their own discount codes to help save you some money on your purchases. And if you want to just help out with the cause, donate to the channel, link for the PayPal is also in the description down below as well. If you absolutely cannot support the channel financially, no worries, all good, no hard feels, trust, all understand. You are still helping out. You are still helping out in the long run by simply clicking that subscribe button, dinging that notification bell. Make sure you select all so you never miss an upload, which doesn't cost a single red cent, but still a big help nonetheless. If you're new here, of course, and of course, liking and sharing my videos so more eyes can be on the channel. Since teamwork makes the dream work, best believe I cannot be picked up on the YouTube algorithm without y'all, and I recognize. And I think I nailed everything, guys. So with all that being said, it is your boy Jason JV, saying y'all take care. Have a blessed one. I catch y'all in the next one. All right, peace.